Alright gamers, what's going on? Insanity coming at you today with a very special guest. I got Jamie here over from GimmeACode over on Twitter. He's a huge sensation right now. They're pretty much taking over the Twitter waves, and right now I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it and really try and figure out exactly what GimmeACode is all about, what their New Year's resolution is, and where they plan on going in 2014, because it seems like a lot of people are jumping on with GimmeACode, and exactly what do they have to offer for the gaming community. So my big first question for you is, bud, is what is GimmeACode and why should the gamers be interested?
Okay, so that is a good question. In terms of that question, we get a lot of people coming up to us and saying, what is GimmeACode? And to be honest, no one really knows. I mean, of course, myself and my partner Shy know, but of course the question is, what is GimmeACode? So GimmeACode is free codes. I mean, there's no other way to put it. What we do is we buy in the codes and we give them out on our Twitter page so far. That is the thing that we've been working. That is the foundation at the moment. Now, the plan is to get money from donations that we give, because when we hand out these codes, people like to donate. We think we're building up a good ethos amongst the community. We get in the donations and we give that straight back to the community itself. And donations that we get for ourselves then also go back into the business, meaning that codes also purchase. So you can just really call it free codes and charity. That's really what GimmeACode is. And the second question was?
Pretty much, why should the gamers be interested in you? I mean, a lot of people are going to be looking at this as, hey, is it really going to be a scam? Is it just someone looking for donations? What makes them feel like their privacy is going to be kept safe? And if they donate to you, is it really just going back to the community, or is it going to actual charities? Where's it going?
Right, okay, so in terms of the gaming community, this is one of the main reasons that we started GimmeACode for the gaming community. Now, I always thought about this online aspect to consoles, you know, going online. I think that should be free. Now, we know that for PlayStation, it was free, and it still is free, but there's some aspects that are now costing. For Xbox, I think it's always costed. I wouldn't be too sure on that. Don't count me on that one, but I know that Xbox costs to go online. Now, I recently got an Xbox. I won it, actually. It's a gaming community kind of conference thing in London. It was really good. It's called Eurogamer. And I came home, I set it up, it's really cool, and I thought to myself, why does it cost to go online? What's the point? I don't see it. People are buying this console that costs a lot of money, and then they've got to make a huge dedication. Now, I know some people would say dedication to these consoles is a good thing. That is true, you know, creating a community there, but I think as soon as you purchase this thing that costs a lot of money, you should be able to go online for free. You should be able to surf the internet for free on these consoles, do whatever you want. So what I said was, you know, let's get it for free. Let's get it to people for free. At the moment, obviously, we can't serve millions of people, but that would kind of be the dream. So getting free online vouchers to people, really, for Xbox at the moment, that's what we're kind of working out. That's the main goal, and I think that's why gamers should come to us. You know, we're trying to help them. We're trying to reduce the costs for people. We give away games, we give away other codes. You know, for example, Steam. We also give away Skype codes, Spotify, and this is all things that we've purchased. Now, you said in terms of donations, you know, what would be the thing going on there? If we get donations, we feed it straight back into the charity. Now, what we originally did was receive the donation and put it into one of our PayPal accounts. And now a lot of people were complaining about that, which I believe is absolutely fine. I mean, it is something to complain about. It's worrying to know that when you make a donation to charity, it's going into someone else's account and not straight to the charity. So we spoke to Sick Kids who have recognized us, and we said to them, what should we do? So we set up a donation page that is hosted by Sick Kids and their databases, sorry. And we don't have access to that. All we have access is to a login where we can just make sure we can change the writings and things like that. So the money is pretty much in their data center and they can control it. It's not up to us. That is the new donation page. And we also have donations for us. So in terms of donating, there is no way in which, you know, we can play around with your money. It goes straight to them. If you'd like to donate to us, well, yeah, we're going to play around a bit, get some cool stuff, see what we can get you guys, good deals, and then literally just feed it back into the community. That's really it.
Okay, and another good question is I have seen you post on Twitter quite a bit. You know, you are looking for different sponsors and other organizations to get on board with this. Is there anyone that you've already signed up with? Is there anyone that's showing interest? Or, I mean, there's a lot of organizations that are taking notice. I've seen a lot of different followers that are pretty big that have been jumping on board. So,
Okay, well, we've spoken already within, I think, the first week in which we got up. We spoke to a company called Geotech. I think they're an international company. They do headsets, peripherals, they do chairs, gaming chairs, they do controllers. We spoke to them and we said, how do we get a sponsorship? And they said, get to this figure, do this, get that exposure. And we kind of did it in just under 3 weeks, them expecting us maybe to get it after the new year. So hopefully when we speak to them in the new year, we can get in with Geotech. We also spoke to Killzone. This is Killzone. I don't know if it's owned by PlayStation. I know they have their own studios, but in collaboration with PlayStation. So this is Killzone. And we spoke to them, and they said there is something they could do. I actually tweeted them saying, as a joke, can you sponsor us? And they said back to us at about 200 followers, can you sponsor us? And I was like, what? You want me to I can't sponsor Killzone. You're like huge. So obviously they were kidding. I direct messaged them and I said, listen, is there anything you can do? Is there anything we can do together? And they said, at the moment, because it's coming up to the holidays, there's not much we can do for you. But here's a free 1-year PlayStation Plus. And I was like, Jesus, wow. Just for talking to you, that's pretty amazing.
all right, gamer. Sorry about that brief interruption. As you all know, Skype can be pretty messed up and have its issues from time to time. So pretty much I got Jamie here over from GimmeACode.com just letting me know what's going on with the gaming community and why his organization is such a great thing to be a part of and why it's going to have a huge impact on the gaming community in 2014. And right now, Jamie, I did have one more quick question for you guys is I know that you always try to go ahead and give back to the community with all these free codes and everything like that, but the main key question for you is what is something that you're really looking forward to in terms of giveaways? I know that you're starting out, you know, as little as 2 days, you do 14 days, you do a lot of Xbox stuff, you do some Steam things. I mean, what type of giveaways are you looking to try and push forward into the future with?
Okay, I've always been thinking about this since the beginning of giving away stuff, and I've been dreaming about giving away some Xboxes, some PlayStations, PlayStation 4s, Xbox Ones, controllers, T-shirts, jumpers, hoodies, just really cool things, really big things, you know, that do cost a lot of money. And these kind of things we'd like to give away. Huge subscriptions for things, so 1-year kind of things, half-a-year codes, these kind of big things that can actually be used properly rather than just, you know, 2-day little codes. But that's where we're at right now, trying to build ourselves up and get to these bigger things, really. Yeah.
Okay, have you ever talked to any of the like distributors of different codes online to try and get them on board? Hopefully you can try and maybe get stuff in bulk or anything like that to try and get stuff cheaper so we can get more out to the community, or?
What we're doing right now is buying them in yes, bulk, but we're trying to just stick with this at the moment. We haven't spoken to anyone as of yet, but in the future we'd like to speak to more distributors and hopefully come to some kind of deal that will benefit them and us and hopefully the gaming community as well.
All right, bud. Well, I guess that's pretty much going to wrap it all up. I mean, with this being, you know, the start of 2014, what is your one big New Year's resolution for GimmeACode as a whole? I mean, obviously, success is always a big thing, but I mean, what's the one thing you really hope to see for GimmeACode?
I'd like to see a lot more codes being given out. So far, at this very moment, where if you look in the description of the time, or you look at the corner when you're watching this of the time. Since we started, which was about 2 weeks before Christmas, 3 weeks before Christmas, we've handed out around 2,000 codes, if not 2,500 to even 3,000 codes, which is absolutely insane. We'd like to hand out a hell of a lot more. We want to get it faster, better, and better stuff really for the community. Hopefully we can get better stuff out there and ensure that we raise a lot of money for charity, do streams, bring the charity in, get the name better, strengthen the brand, and that's really it for us.
All right, bud. Well, I mean, I'll be sure to go ahead and get all your links in the description so that everyone has the opportunity to go ahead and check you out, from your Twitch stream to the Twitter. And anything that's associated with you guys, we want to make sure that donation link's in there so that, you know, we can get things rolling and make sure you have a wonderful 2014. And thanks for coming on with us, man. I really appreciate it.
That's great. Thank you for having me.
All right, but I really appreciate it. Have a good one.
Okay, you too.